Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Broker Development Tools and Technology 30-minute webinar. My name is Maureen Colvin, and I'm your Learning and Development Specialist here in New England. I would like to let you know that you are in listen-only mode, but that this presentation is being recorded and you will be receiving a copy following this presentation. Also, you will be receiving a document that I'm going to be reviewing called the Resource Marketing Guide for Broker Owners, and we'll go over those details as we present. May I also mention that I'd like to wish you and your families a very safe and healthy time right now. I know we all have to adapt, and I appreciate your being here today with me. It takes a lot of flexibility to keep waiting and watching to see what's going to happen next. And for you to be engaged in this training is really very much appreciated. I would much prefer to be in the offices and see you in classrooms. It's always such a pleasure. However, we are going to be getting back to that as soon as we possibly can. But in the meantime, we are here and we're going to be offering you all the same material via webinar for as long as it is necessary. What we're going to look at today is a little bit about the Remax value proposition. And the one little portion that I'm going to cover in this 30 minutes is the tools and technology. So let's look at the agenda. First, I'm going to mention that I would like to make sure that you're aware of how important it is that your Max Center and your agent's Max Center profiles are up to date, and where to find the new referral button. It's much easier now, but I'd like to highlight that for you. I'll give a brief overview of the Booz CRM and websites. However, there's been extensive training on that for the general navigation and setup. And there's many recordings of those trainings that are 2 hours long. And they're already on Remax University, and they're also on the Remax INTEGRA YouTube channel. So it is entirely possible for you to go back to those. You can watch them at your own pace and on your own timing. And also you should be aware that we're going to continue to work with Booz as it evolves, as new features are added. We're going to be updating those trainings. So please do look forward to more. And also we are breaking it down into smaller parts once we are confident that the majority of you and your agents are set up. We'll be breaking it into parts that we can concentrate in a deeper dive fashion. For instance, specifically, let's say maybe the contacts records and the contacts and leads, or just the deal section, or perhaps just the website. But we'll be breaking the entire platform down into smaller bite-sized portions so that they can be presented in a shorter amount of time and have a deeper look into each one of those categories. I'm also going to be working today with the Resource Marketing Guide for Owners. You may be familiar with my previous trainings that I teach in the classroom to agents. It's typically about 90 minutes, sometimes 2 hours, depending on questions. So what I'll be giving you today is an overview of the tools in there for agents and for owners. And a special attention will be paid to the recruitment and retention tools for you. And this is the document I referenced earlier that I will be sending along with this recorded version and the PowerPoint. So let's start by looking at where you update your profile in Max Center. As soon as you log in with your credentials, you want to go over to your circle icon, whether that be a balloon or your photograph or your agent's photograph. That's where you want to click to get this drop down. And again, I point out the reason I'm showing this in PowerPoint version is so that you can reflect back on it when you receive it and be able to look at it as a type of instructional guide. So you're going to click on Update Profile right under your name, and you're going to see this page. You will default to the Profile Overview, and each one of these line items is a category that you can open, and you're going to fill in the information in each. So for general info, you want to check that anything that's auto-populated is correct, and it looks the way you want it to. Same thing will be true when you open the Contact Info button. When you open that, you're going to make sure your cell phone number is right, the office number is right, and any other relevant information in those categories. The photos, please make sure you import a high resolution photo, because Max Center is what is feeding yours and your agent's Bouge bio pages, the referral network in Max Center, and the websites. And sometimes photographs will lose pixels as they transferred from one platform to another, and therefore they could end up looking fuzzy. And since those are consumer-facing places, we really want them to be nice, crisp, and clear. And for personal details, I want you to make sure that you're really thorough with your bios, because that is what's going to be visible to the consumer and to any other agent that might be considering sending you a referral. So if you don't have much in there, please be thoughtful, go back into your profile, and try to be as thorough as you possibly can. Include things about hobbies and your experience and any credentials you have, and what's your niche in the market. That's what people really want to know, and that's what will help them decide if you're a good fit. So in order to highlight the Remax referrals, I want to point out here, we're still in Max Center. And now you have this, as you scroll through the apps, you'll see this big Remax referral button. And that's now so bright and clear and easy to find, I'm happy to say. You can tag it here by clicking this little flag and make it a favorite. Because previously, this is the little find button with the person icon, and this little grayed out area is where you used to have to go to create these referrals. And it was very subtle. So unless you knew it was there, sometimes people were struggling to find it, or they missed it and were asking a lot, where do I get this set up for the referral? It was here, but now it's nice, bright, clear, colorful, and easy to find in the Max Center apps. When you do click on it, you'll have a choice as to how you want to search. You can search by people, affiliates. I've chosen to search by office because I'm going to use the example that one of my clients wants to move to Florida for retirement. So I chose the office search, and I'm typed in Orlando, Florida. What I got was a drop down of many offices within the area, and you can scroll down here to see more. I simply, for example, chose the one located exactly in Orlando and clicked on that. It does, by the way, show how many affiliates they have and their contact information and what their specialties are. So when I clicked on that, I got their profile page. And when it does give me the basic highlight information, owners' names, etc. And when I scroll down, it now shows me their specialties and their office affiliate list. So I decided I'm just going to pick somebody in the middle to give a preview to, and if it didn't seem to be a good fit, I would have continued to look. But for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to choose Peggy Brock. And when I click on her, she has a very nice profile page. It tells me her license type, and she's been a long-term agent, 22 years in the business, creative, speaks her native language of English. And when I scroll down further, it gave me her complete bio and nice information in there, told me a lot about herself. You can see her pictures, tells you a little something about her as well. So I said, okay, I think I really do believe that this would be a good fit for my client. And therefore, I'm going to give her a phone call and do a little mini interview. Then once I'm confirmed and I really believe that my client would work well with her and she with them, then I'm going to click this send referral button right up here, big and blue. And when I do, it opens the page that I need to fill out so that I can create that contract between us. I basically just fill in my own information, use the drop down to choose the fee type, whether it's selling price or listing price, the percentage that I'll be accepting as a referral fee, and then I enter the client information. Now this is a condensed page. At the bottom of it, you will have an opportunity to type in some really specific things that you think are important for her to know about your clients so that she can help them in the best possible way. And when I'm sure that I have all that information complete, I simply click the large send button. And that is basically the nice, easy, direct route to creating referrals through the Max Center app. So I'm briefly going to just go over some of the Boosh information so that you can pass it on or understand that there is lots to come in addition to what's already out there. But I want to make sure that you at least have an overview today. First of all, remembering that everything goes through Max Center, so you want to click on the Boosh tile when you're signed into Max Center, and that will bring you to the CRM, which is basically containing all the parts of any CRM that you could hope to have. It's got contacts and leads, and every contact and lead has a contact record. You can follow the pipeline of your deals. You can integrate your paperless transactions like Dot Loop and DocuSign, ZipLogix, etc. There can be tasks associated that can also be automated. There can be task automation. There are campaigns that are up and running and then some more that are coming soon. There are tags in this CRM. Tags are like categories. So maybe you want to tag some of your contact base under the title of family and friends. You can also break that down further into custom fields. So perhaps family and friends breaks down to immediate family versus neighbors. And the calendar, there is a calendar built into Boosh that you can start utilizing immediately, but there's also the Outlook and Google and iCloud calendar integration soon to come. You can download, and your agents can be downloading the mobile app by getting it on Google Play or the App Store. You want to look for the flame with the blue background in this case, and it does say Boosh CRM. Once you download it, you log in using your @remax.net credentials and can begin using the app. This is a picture of an agent bio page. And again, like I mentioned earlier, filling out your Max Center profile is what's going to create this image. And this is a one-page profile bio page where it gives the consumer all the relevant information they really need and want in a snapshot, so that they can make a decision if they'd like to then click into your website, the nice full 5-page Boosh website, contact you, etc. But everybody gets these, the agents get them, the offices get them, teams get them, and those are in addition to the websites. Here is a sample of what a website out of the box content might look like. We just wanted to point out that they're nice and clean and fresh. People just want to know where to search for homes, and they can check in to all the other parts and other pages. These websites are really highly customizable, and on the other hand, they're really lovely right out of the box. If you'd rather just use the templates that are there, you can simply customize them to your liking, whether that be a little or a lot. Same thing is true for the team websites. All the teams get their own website. The verbiage would change a little bit. Instead of being I, me, it would be about us, etc. And you'd be able to see the profiles of the agents within that team. Same for offices. You get a nice landscape photo. The office mission statement, perhaps you might have here. The office socials are listed, and locations. One of the buyer search features I really like on the website, I thought I'd point out, is the fact that buyers can literally identify where they want to live in a very unique fashion. They can simply draw on this map, and they might want to look in a large area, or maybe their mom lives in this tiny little neighborhood and that's the only place they want to go. They want to move closer to mom, so they're only going to buy a house if it's in the square block. Or perhaps it's in a school district, a smaller circle over here. But that's a wonderful feature to offer people, and that's a search that they can save. This is also true of the mobile app. They can create that same save my search type feature and see properties in their mobile app, just like they can on the desktop. And you can use the CRM on your phone just as much as you can on your desktop also. You can log calls and meetings with your contacts right on the road. You can see these are different colored tags here of this person, and you can be notified of different tasks that have been assigned for this particular contact. So keep in mind when working with anything in our knowledge base or Booge or any of our technology, if you're having a struggle, please don't hesitate to reach out to our broker and agent support. You get there by utilizing maxhelpsyou.com or email support@remaxhelpsyou.com. When I give you the interactive resource guide, you're going to be able to click right into that, and that will also allow you to submit a ticket. As a matter of fact, let me show you that right now. Here I am in the resource guide. As you can see, I can scroll through and utilize any of these. This is a PDF, but I can utilize any of these big red buttons to go wherever I need to. So as I mentioned, I can submit a ticket just by opening the resource guide and going here. Submit a request, I can check out if there's any known issues, etc. And that is the power of the resource guide. Here we go. So let's look at some more of the opportunities within this fabulous marketing feature. I'm going to concentrate on the agent tools and broker tools today, but there are in the table of contents all the materials you would want for brand and how to stay connected as well. When you're in here, please don't forget soldsignblog.com/calendar is going to take you to our training webinars. You'll see new topics and new dates. You can click either into the New England calendar or the Midwest calendar and see where we're going to be and what we're teaching at that time. Events as well, of course. And as far now, what I want to talk about a little bit more is your interaction with agents that you may be trying to recruit. In this resource guide, you're going to be able to click on these big red buttons that say download here to get whatever it is you're looking at above. So here we have our unaided awareness, and that's clearly about knowing that the Remax balloon is world recognizable. You can talk to the agents about, if you're with a brand like Remax, if you're with a brand with the Remax balloon, everybody knows what that means. If they see it on your business card, if they see it on the sign out in front of a house, they know that's a real estate transaction waiting to happen. A house is for sale, and that is what you do for a living. If you were with a smaller, non-really recognizable brand, then if you might drive by a house with a sign out front, but unless you are very specifically in tune with all the smaller companies selling real estate in the area, you might not know if Sinbad means somebody's painting the house or they're retiling a floor. But if you see that Remax balloon, you certainly know that is a real estate house on the market. The marketing and listing presentations within the resource guide are really a fantastic piece for your agents. The guide allows them to download a 49-page presentation that is 100% editable. It downloads in a PowerPoint version, and that's so that they can change out the photographs, the addresses. They can save it as a template and then rename the presentation by the address of whatever location they're going to do a listing appointment for. And they can choose which of the 49 options they want to speak to. So they might want to speak to what their testimonials are, or they might want to move on to a pricing page. But they'll have a choice of 49 different pages to keep or delete. And it's recommended maybe 10 to 12 pages at most is what a consumer's attention span is. But the idea is to give them all of the options they need so that they have a full variety. They are beautifully branded, and they don't have to reinvent the wheel every time they go on a presentation. They just adjust their template to meet the client's needs and the pages that might suit that particular property. So that is certainly something you might want to speak to if you're trying to recruit an agent, and show them that the tools within our house are really phenomenally done. They're professional. They're easy to use, and they don't have to reinvent the wheel all the time. Let's look at remaxhustle.com. This is something they can also click into as well as yourselves, but I just want to make sure that I demonstrate it to you because I think it's one of our most powerful pieces. And like I said, the resource guide will take you here as well. I just went directly. And this page is something I teach every class. I like to mention that while we're sitting in class, you can be creating these commercials in over a 10-minute break. Grab a cup of coffee and create a commercial. Or sit with your lunch and send a welcome mat. Now, we're all living in a very uncertain time, and we don't always want to be marketing when people can't really see beyond the next day. So what you might want to do is be staying in touch with the consumer by asking your agents, maybe you should be sending out something about us all being at home together. So let's look at the Home Sweet Home template and maybe write to all my clients and friends. And of course, the agent will put the name in. And this is great for brokers too. And then the office. Simply save the image. And you'll notice it download onto my laptop here. And there it is, ready to be edited, shared. Maybe post this on your social network, on the office network, or have the agents, if they wanted to use this, you could say, you know, this is a great way to reach out to your customers, past customers, and your contact base that you're marketing to. And more so than just marketing, just reach out and say, I'm just thinking of you and hoping you and yours are okay. This is a difficult time for all of us, and I'd like you to know I'm thinking of you. As simple as that, things like that get remembered. So now let's look back at the homepage of Remax Hustle. And I want to point out how much can be done here in a short amount of time. Hustle graphics are great visuals. I would highly suggest you go in there and take a look at those, have your agents do the same. You can create great advertisements for agents regarding the tools of a Remax agent. Here we have customized commercials where you simply are adding your name, face, and contact info to a whole suite of professional commercials that are already built. It takes a matter of seconds. And right now we have this new community response video. That's a wonderful one to have your agents go in and check out. Right now I'm going to demonstrate the one that says custom listing videos because we are doing all of our sales virtually now. So let's just get started. And basically, as you can see, it's only a 4-step process. And it starts by suggesting that you fill in your information, the office name, email, and website. And you can see over here, it's forming this nice branded business card for me. It's going to ask for my photo. And then it's going to allow me to space it so it fits. And then it turned into a really nice business card. Now I'm talking about a property I'm listing, so I'm going to be putting in property information. And maybe instead of the price or something, I'm going to say virtual tour this Saturday. And to call to action, I might say register on my Zoom link, and then you would provide it. An extra detail might say something like broker will be available by phone. And then, of course, because we're showing a property virtually, we're going to select a couple of photos. And let's see, I've got house picture, and I can space it so I like it. Another one. Again, to my liking. And one more of the kitchen. Done. So now I want to pick some features that are applicable to this home. And these video builders allow you to choose 3 at a time. And that's great because then you can go create another whole commercial with different features to it. So let's say that this house has great light, has an open floor plan, and it's in a great school district. Now I get my choice of 4 musics to choose from, or music types, and I'm going to create the video now. You'll notice that it only takes a few seconds and that it will produce a video that's only between 15 and 30 seconds long. And that's because that's about the attention span of our consumer. Once it's built, you're going to be able to share it, download it, post it immediately to your social media or email it, as you can see here, download, copy link, post, or email. And so let's just take a look at how that went. And there we have Remax Hustle. So I really like to point that out because I think it's such a great feature. And make sure that you understand that that is part of the agent guide and the owner's guide. There are 2 different versions, and I'll be sending you the owner's guide. So here's the section for owners only, about everything in here for promoting your office, onboarding agents, retention, etc. And these pages that I'm going to demonstrate are all within the resource guide. So like I said, if you want, when you get to the page that says Rise, Remax Inspiring Successful Entrepreneurs, you can literally click in Recruiting the Playbook and get a copy of that. Here you would have the page that would open a playbook for recruiting and retention, and it shows you these defining 7 steps. You simply click the down arrow at the top of the image and the +1. Playbook will be yours. The recruiting and retention tiles, if you click go to app, it's going to take you to this page where you can utilize all of these materials, and the content guide. This is absolutely, you can download this whole guide. It gives you a library of content, including going through Photify to get some of those beautiful mixed-use contest pieces, and you simply click the big red Access Marketing Guide for that. And then it would appear, here you go, and you would see anything you needed to within this content. Some icebreaker video scripts are available to you. You simply click on the big red button and you would be able to utilize these. It's a great way to get somebody to know you. We're all getting used to working by remote, and video is really important so that people can see your face and hear your voice more so than just in an email. So these are a really nice addition at this time. And I love the See Yourself at Remax automated recruiting package. This allows you to create really personalized marketing materials to somebody you're specifically bringing in for an appointment. And there are residential, luxury, and commercial versions. You will simply take the marketing guide I'm going to send you and click Create Now on that page, and that would get you started as you see here. And this is how it would begin. You would start filling in somebody's name and their photograph, etc. If you bring on new agents, you want to be able to make sure that they're very well known and that they're now with Remax, and these features are here available for you within the Design Center and PowerPoint templates. And awards recognition, also important and also within this downloadable guide, because when your agents reach certain milestones, you really want to recognize that. A good job goes a long way. It really does. Often, our tendency is to know that people are doing a great job, and internally we're happy for them and we know they're doing great, and that's all that matters. But then let's say they make a small mistake, and unfortunately it's your role to have to point out that mistake so that it doesn't happen again, and you have to bring them in and say, listen, we got to make the correction. That weighs very, very heavily on people, and as much as they need to know, and yes, of course they're going to make an adjustment, it's really helpful if it's been balanced throughout over time with a lot of accolades about things they do well. So just as a overall in general, keep that in mind that some of your top people, everybody makes a mistake occasionally, nobody's perfect. So you just want to make sure that they were always aware that you're aware of their success as much as you are if there's a glitch in the system. And again, blog articles for retention. Here we go, more material. As you can see, this is a very thorough document that gives you all kinds of materials for recruitment, retention, and all different kinds of formats. Photify is in here. You can get the training videos by clicking on this button, frequently asked questions, and samples. If you click into the tutorials, this is the page you will see, and you'll be able to follow those directions. Don't forget about the customizable social media tiles. Again, easy to use, and that gives you an opportunity to use some pieces that you don't have to invent yourselves. Just create a whole variety of different looks and use them all to your liking. And the Remax stickers. Again, at this time, we're all looking for something to make us smile. So make sure you go and visit that page. Show your agents how to do this. You simply download and the app, share, save those images to your folder, and they'll appear in your photos, and then you can use them as you wish. It's always helpful. It's always nice to get a bright little think emoji kind of thing, except with Remax themes. And that's really nice to send to an agent perhaps that's going into a first appointment, or even somebody that, maybe they're out sick and you want to send them a little happy Remax note. They're all available within the sticker family. And this is an example of a video that you could go to if you wanted a little more instruction on that. And I just wanted to say thank you again for attending this 30-minute webinar. I might have gone a minute or two over. I appreciate your time. I just want to again wish you and your families well, and look forward to this webinar recording and the document called the Remax Resource Marketing Guide for Owners and Brokers to help you with your recruiting and retention to come your way very soon. I wish you all a great day and look forward to seeing you again very soon.